we are downtown, so for us to expand we're doing an annex, which is going to be a 2-level building behind the existing building. We are in a historical building, so there's not much I can do that would change the elevation of the building we're in. So we're going to do that and hopefully add 4,000 square feet. We were successful in our capital fundraising with the city as our biggest partner. It is a city-owned facility, as you may or may not know. But we're there by virtue of that fact. Hopefully we're there in perpetuity. So, but, we could expand, maybe buy a building next door or whatever into the future. But certainly I think the biggest important thing is for people to know about us and that we're there and come and visit and support us. Community at large has been wonderful, and the city has been wonderful. But I think that would help us a lot spread the word about McAllen Heritage Center. That's what is important to us.
Is it fair to say that's the one, building, the one entity in McAllen that focuses on the history of the city, or there's nothing else?
Well, certainly there's other museums. The one in Edinburgh Museum, but they cover South Texas, so they may cover a certain small part of McAllen. We are dedicated solely to McAllen's history. That's why we were founded, and that's why we're there.
In today's event here at the Citizens League, it was all about tourism, and they pointed out all the festivals they put on and economic impact of those. And the attractions, I was struck by the fact that there were no attractions. There's nothing there to promote the city's history. And perhaps they could do something on that front?
Well, interestingly enough, the concept of PalmFest, because I was, a founder of PalmFest along with a committee, and then I ran it for 12 years as a director of it with a lot of wonderful people, was to pattern ourselves after Texas Folklife Festival. And they were all about history and education. So the museum had an exhibit area as initial, or inaugural participants, where we had exhibits about McAllen history. We were always there in 101A, and we were there until, recently. We still participate, but much smaller. I do plan to speak to the new organizers and maybe take that spot back, because I think we're not meeting that part of the initial objectives of PalmFest.
And so maybe there's not enough focus by the city and all the tourism organizations they have to try to lure people here to take in the historical buildings, historical aspects of the city.
And I think we need to revitalize that. Julie Rankin used to be a very big advocate for the tours and for the historic center. We recently lost the other planning director that took her place. So I need to connect with them and see maybe we can start doing those tours and focusing a lot more on the historical buildings. We are doing right now developing a documentary about those to post and to have live on our site, the city site, the chamber. The other communities down the way do a lot more, I believe, to honor their history, and we need to get to that.
This question may not be relevant for you because, like you say, the Heritage Center, probably by their bylaws and everything, it's all about McAllen. But something's always struck me is, if we go to the next city south of here, Hidalgo, they've got incredible history with the former jail, the former county courthouse there. They've got an historical district that they don't get hardly any visitors, certainly in comparison to McAllen. And I often wonder why they don't partner up, because the city of McAllen is, the city of McAllen's got all the funding. These groups we've heard from today have got funding to promote and highlight things. And here we have the history of Hidalgo, why we're called Hidalgo. That district just doesn't get any recognition at all. And I wonder why nobody ever tries to work with Hidalgo, the city or the chamber or the EDC down there.
Well, that goes back to the leadership of the city and whomever are the leaders of those amenities, like the museum. I don't know who they are. We are, just to let you know, one of the projects I kind of have on my list is I want to form a small museum association. We need one because we need to work together, do loan exhibits, and, talk about our challenges and how we overcome them and all that, and quit thinking Friday night football. In other words, everybody's like, this is mine and don't take. So for funding purposes, I understand that. But I agree with you. I think the railroad is down there. Displays were phenomenal. And, between you and I, they're looking for a new place because they don't feel it's good space for them. I know the ex-mayor, John David Frats, his mother was very significant in Hidalgo's work. Right now, I don't know who the players are, but it really goes back to like all the hard work we've done or that I continue doing, looking for funding and partnering with the city and staying close with the city. You got to do that. You got to do that. And it's a lot of work. And but I do feel for that. It's a tough job. I don't think anybody really understands how much work takes place at a museum.
Any other things you want to say about the Heritage Center?
Just so we want people to know about us. We're downtown McAllen. We have parking in the rear. We're free entry. When we were established, the city didn't want us to ever make it prohibitive for families, and we're staying true to that. So really the best thing is to know about us, who we are, come visit us, tell your friends and family, and know about it. Because people comment, wow, we didn't know about this. It's so beautiful. That is very impressive to me. And also I'll leave you with another thing. A lot of people that come to McAllen to do business, like with MEDC from other countries, when I happen to be there, I notice them because they spend a long time in there. I may visit with one, and a man that came in from Taiwan with a briefcase and, in a suit. And so I went out to visit with him. And he was looking at everything, and I go, sir, it's welcome. Oh, I'm from, I think he said it was at Taiwan. I'm here doing, hopefully, some business with the city. Well, welcome. Well, I came here because I want to know who y'all are. He didn't say y'all. He said who you are. I want to know your history and how y'all got there. And that really, boom, that was so.
That's why the Heritage Center is so important.
Yeah, it is. And if and when you go, our map, we have a map. It's not the whole world. I need to get a new one, but you'd be surprised how many people we have from the world, not just the nation, Texas, the region, McAllen, and all the vicinity, but from other countries. It's amazing.
Well, thank you for that tremendous update, Elva, both about the center and for NEDRA. Thank you.
Okay, my pleasure.